Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2025 Ford Explorer. I did a video recently where I went over the different changes for the 2025 model year. And I mentioned in that video that we're going to be breaking these out and covering each of the different trim levels. And that's what we're going to do in this video. This is the active trim. This is the base trim for the Ford Explorer. A lot of standard equipment on this trim level. And we're going to talk about everything that's standard, plus the different packages available and standalone options in this one video. Very thorough video. I like to call it our build and price complete guide here, because we are going to use Ford's build and price and kind of go over and let you know exactly what you're getting, because Ford's website isn't always the most accurate, but also isn't always the most up to date and give you the most thorough information. And we're going to make sure you have all that information so you know exactly which Explorer you want to get. So if you're looking to order one, order banks are open up right now. Go to your local dealership and go ahead and submit that order so you can see delivery sometime probably this summer, early summer, because I think they're going to start scheduling these for May production dates, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty soon, just around the corner here. And so I want to deliver this video and make sure you know exactly what's on the active trim level, which is the base trim now. We don't have a base has gone away. XLT, XLT has been moved to what they call the active trim, like they did with the Escape. We'll see if they do that for the Expedition as well for 25. But pretty cool features and a lot of standard equipment. So let's get into this and dive in. Timestamps down below. Feel free to move around. Use this as a resource to you. If you are wanting to order with us, you're local to us, or maybe you want to come in and and check that out. We are doing invoice pricing on any ordered vehicle. And as a YouTube special that I always offer out is, if you finance a vehicle with us, we'll also cover the first $1,000 of your shipping costs or travel expenses to come get the vehicle if you like to do that. So a lot of people are taking advantage of that offer there, and we can help you out with that. We have get plenty of allocations for Explorers and can help everybody that wants to order a vehicle with us. All right, well, let's dive in now. Enough of that. So let's get into the Ford's build and price right here. So we're going to go to Ford.com, and right now, actually, it has Truck Month is launching. So if you're looking for that, go up to Vehicles and go to SUVs and SUVs and cars. Go into the Explorer, and you'll see it says 2024 right now, because there's still a lot of 2024s at dealership lots, and so that's why the build and price is still available for 24. But we want to hit this preview 2025 Explorer right there, and then we're going to go into the build and prices right down here. There's an overview on that page if you want to and check it out. Now, there's 4 trim levels for this year. So the base is gone. The XLT is now the active. ST line is still here. Timberline is gone. King Ranch is gone. We do have Platinum and we have ST. I think that covers all the ones that are gone from last year. So there's not a hybrid for this year. That has gone away as well. But we are in this video going to talk about the active trim, and that is what's starting at $39,625 plus your destination delivery. So we're going to start our build here. And actually, let me go back. Before we do that, there is this view details here. So view details does have some highlights. And like I said, we're going to cover a lot more than just this. There's some great things. It shows a little bit here. But that really doesn't break down and give you a lot of the information. See, there's not a lot of information here, which is why we're going to go over this in this video so that you can be very knowledgeable with exactly what's going on here. So first off, we're going to talk about some of the mechanical features on this. So for this year, we do have the 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine, the 4-cylinder with auto start-stop technology, which means you come to stoplight, stop sign. It's going to shut the vehicle off. Let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. Another thing you can do is if you turn the steering wheel, it'll also deactivate it too. It's something I found out recently. They're going to come standard in rear-wheel drive, but four-wheel drive is available. And for all those four-wheel drives, you will get hill descent control. You'll also get intelligent four-wheel drive system as well, with a terrain management system. Regardless if you have rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, you're going to have a terrain management system. But for your four-wheel drive system, you'll also have a deep snow and sand mode as well that you're going to get along with the other drive modes. 10-speed automatic transmission, similar to what we have seen in the past and a lot of other Ford vehicles. Electric parking brake with an auto hold. So auto hold means that you go up to a stop light sign, just let go of the brake if you have that auto hold activated, and it's going to hold that brake until you're ready to take off. And then we do have electric power assist steering that we call EPAS. So makes it a little bit easier turning in those parking lots. And then also on the highway, it kind of makes it to where that wind doesn't push you from side to side. It does have side wind stabilization as well. And this, I usually cover that during the safety, but just did it right now. We do have front and rear independent suspension, which is why it has such a great ride. Front and rear stabilizer bar as well. And then we do have a 358 non-limited slip gear ratio there for the rear-wheel drive and your four-wheel drives for that. Now, some of the safety features in here, we'll just go back to the screen. Safety features, we do have, of course, airbags. First row, we're going to have driver and passenger dual stage front airbag. Deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. There is a sensor underneath the seat that dictates that. Also, we have a front seat side impact airbag as well that deploy from the side of the seat. We have a driver and passenger knee airbag as well. So that'll deploy back usually in the glove box as well as underneath the steering column. So a lot of vehicles will have it for the driver, but not always for the passenger. The passenger gets it on the Explorer. And then all rows will also get a safety canopy side curtain airbag with a rollover sensor that'll deploy down from the side to help cover any windows from breaking glass and such if it does roll over and glass ends up breaking and such. We do have advanced track with roll stability control. A whole goal behind that is that you the vehicle does not roll and helps you keep you on your intended path. So use a series of brakes around the vehicle, milliseconds to keep you going where you're intending to go. Slick out, maybe you go on a curve a little too fast. It's going to help with that. It also has curve control too to help you when you're going into those curves. Hill start assist, which means that if you're on a hill, then it's going to assist by not drifting back. So that way you can get going when you transition from the brake to the gas. That side wind stabilization, as I mentioned, so that way that wind's not pushing you over into that other lane. We do also have the lat system, that lower anchors and tethers for children. That'll help secure those safety, those front or rear facing car seats down into those securely in permanently into those. When you latch those, use that latch system. That'll be on the second and third row outbound seat positions. So you know where those are located. And then you do have perimeter alarm with the security lock, passive, and a theft system, which means only the coded key can start the vehicle. And when you lock it up and walk away, perimeter alarm is going to help protect around the vehicle. People try to get into the vehicle, it's going to set the alarm off, honk the horn, flash the lights, and all that good stuff. And then SOS post-crash alert system. That's going to also, if you're off the side of the road, honk the horns, flash the lights, so people know they need to come to your safety. All right, all the safety features, and that should be the same for all trim levels. For those features, we'll find out as we carry along and get along into other vehicles. But let's go ahead and go back into this and take a look at the exterior of the vehicle. So we're going to click on exterior and use these images here to give us a good look. There you go on the front. So we have an all new front end here. Front grille, headlights are different. Even the lower fascia is all new for this year. So the grille as well. So dedicated grille for each trim level. This in here is going to have a black mesh grille with a chrome bar inserts. You can see that right through here. And I like the look of it. Really kind of enhanced it from last year. Just having the plain bars across there. I like the look of it there. We do have the bumpers. The front bumper is going to be a body colored upper up here, black down below, and you'll have a silver skid plate protected right there as well. Active grille shutters are going to open and close. They're usually located down here. They'll open and close when it needs to, allow for airflow in. The slower you go, usually it'll open those up. You go faster to close them because you got enough air coming underneath the vehicle. Let's talk about the headlights for a second. We do have the signature, LED low and high beam with a courtesy delay, wiper activated headlights, which means you can turn your wipers on, they'll come on. Automatic headlights, again, they'll come on when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. And when you shut the vehicle off, it resets that. So even if you, let's say, hey, I want my headlights on, you flip it to on. When you shut the vehicle off, turn it back on, it's going to automatically go into that auto setting for that. Configurable daytime running light as well. And then moving to the side. There we go. We can use this side photo. I like this one better. Okay. For the wheels there, they are an 18-inch sparkle silver painted aluminum wheel, 6-spoke wheel in this vehicle, similar to what we've seen in the past. The tires are an all-season tire. You do get a mini spare as well in the vehicle too if you need it. Individual tire pressure monitoring system for all 4 of those tires. So it monitors the tire pressure that's in those. 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS. Also electric brake boost as well. and then stability control as well with that. We do have the standard duty front and rear brake calipers, and they kind of mentioned standard duty because when you get to the ST and such, you're going to have a heavy duty. So they just kind of differentiate those between those. The mirrors, the side mirrors are going to be power and heated glass here for these. They are going to be a manual fold mirror, security approach lamp, so you will be able to see that puddle lamp beside you when you use your unlock to be able, as you're getting close, and then black mirror caps. So it doesn't say they're painted. I believe they're probably going to be that molded in black material, which we're going to find on the wheel lip molding and the lower rocker molding as well, and around and even in the back. So we'll see that it's a little more durable. Rock chips and such like that when you're going, off road or going down dirt roads, and even in the city, you're going to have some of those rocks get kicked up, and that helps protect a little bit more so you don't chip paint and everything else. You will have a black insert. Calls it a black with chrome accent. It says lower. It looks black to me on here, so I guess we'll see when we start seeing those in person. Ford doesn't have any media other than this. They don't have any images of the active trim level. They've been kind of promoting the ST and the Platinum Edition more than any of them. This does say in the order guide, black with chrome accent, so I assume this is going to be chrome right along here. For the vehicle. The door handles are going to be body colored. So I like that they're body colored on the base trim and they're not black. So that really kind of gives it a little bit more sophistication there. Four-door intelligent access. Even on the active trim gets intelligent access on all four of the doors. And I make a big deal about that because a lot of vehicles, they just have it on the front doors. This makes it for all four. So if you need to get the kids in the car seat first, you need to open the second door, it's going to unlock it that way. You don't have to go to the front door, then open the back door, which I like. And also when you get out and you go to lock it, maybe the kids are the last ones you get out of those car seats, you can shut that door and then you can press the ridges on it and it's going to lock the vehicle up too. So again, you don't have to get the keys out to get in or out, and you're going to get push button start. So you won't have to get the keys out to start it either. Privacy glass on these back windows and back quarter windows and back glass. Just keeps it cooler for everybody inside. We do have roof rack side rails that are going to come standard equipment on these. They'll be black for the active trim. 18.6 gallon fuel tank that's going to come with the vehicle. Easy fuel capless filler door. No cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Just press that little door. It'll pop open. Just put the nozzle in, fill it up. When you're done, shut that out at our door right there, and you're good to go. On the back, we do have a body-colored rear spoiler back here, center behind on stoplight at the top so that people know you're braking. Rear defrost back here, also rear wiper as well. I think it mentions it's got a washer, of course, as well for that rear glass. New applique and tail lights for this year. So they've been enhanced for this year, and I love the applique back here with the Explorer on the back. Looks real sharp on the vehicle. We also do have, let me get to my notes. All right. The lift gate, we do have a power lift gate, is standard equipment. So power lift gate, even on the active trim here. We do have a scuff plate right here, as well as inside. There's a molding inside as well to protect it. You will see on this, I don't know, actually see if we get a good back image. Class 3 trailer tow package is standard equipment with trailer sway control. Standard equipment on all Explorers, whether it be rear-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, it doesn't matter. They're going to have that. Rear cargo area light inside as well, and a little cargo management system in there as well. I really like what they've done. They've pretty much, it's the same as it was in 23 in a sense, having those two compartments as well as that false bottom that you can put things in under there as well. And then I believe that's where your spare is going to be located. Now, moving to the interior of the vehicle. Talk about that. Inside, we do have for colors, we do have the ultra dark space gray right here. You're going to have that color. Let me go to my color chart here and make sure I'm right on this. Okay, that is the color that is standard equipment. We'll get into this other color in a little bit because that is a part of a package. So you will not have the light space gray as standard equipment. So this will be the standard interior color for you. Door scuff plates, front and rear, they're going to be black. They're going to say Explorer in there, and that just allows you, so you can kind of see a little bit on the back one. So when you get in, if you kind of, get in with shoes, muddy rocks or something like that, you're not scraping up the body. You do have floor mats in there, front and second row, black carpeted floor mats for you. Illuminated entry system, which usually means it's going to have a light up here, maybe some lights in the console and some places like that, maybe in the wheel probably down in the wheel wells as well. Center console, so you can see a floor console through here for this with the bucket seats in the front. Unique cloth seats. It's hard to tell in this image. It looks like it's a vinyl or something, but it is calling it a cloth seat. You can see their unique cloth seats here. Yeah, supposed to be, those are supposed to be cloth seats. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, so unique. Yes, I do want to continue. Okay, there we go. A unique cloth seats, standard equipment, front row captain's chairs. You will get a 10-way power driver seat and a 4-way power passenger seat. So that means that this so on the driver's seat, 10-way means it's going to go forward and back, up and down, but also the front will tilt up and down. This cushion right here will go up and down as well, and then also your recline up and down as well, probably power lumbar, and then 4-way power passenger seat, which means forward and back and up and down. And then you can see there's a lever there that is for your backrest. You would not have power recline on that. Front row heated seats. So heated seats is standard equipment on all Explorers. Second row is a 35, 30, 35 bench seat with the easy entry with the armrest there in the center console or a center seat there. So similar to what we had last year, where easy entry means you can push the button and it's going to go ahead and slide the seat forward. That allows you to be able to put those car seats in there and still be able to get inside. So it's going to go ahead and give you that. So actually, I take that back. I'm thinking Expedition on that. So sorry for that. Easy entry will allow you to be able to slide the seat forward, though. Easy. So it makes it a little bit easier getting to the back. So headrest, 2-way manual adjustment up and down for all rows. The center one will be fixed, it says. But these others, those headrests can go up and down. So there you go. All right. And then power windows. Front row is gonna be one touch up and down feature, which means that you just hard press it down and then you can let go and it's gonna go ahead and go down, coming up as well for those front row. The rear windows, you'll have to hold those. Power door locks with an auto lock, auto unlock, and also child safety locks. You can lock those rear doors out for if you have kids and such, so don't open those doors when you don't want them to. So now let's go into this other image here. Talk about this. All Explorers, standard equipment on all active will get these 2 screens. So it's going to be a 12.3-inch color LCD productivity screen through here. Nice looking screen. Steering wheel is going to be a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. There's a lever underneath so it can go up and down, forward and back, and you lock it into place. Cruise control on the steering wheel. You'll also get climate control as well. So it's going to be controlled on the screen right here. It'll be a tri-zone electronic temperature control. So that means 3 zones: driver, passenger, and then those in the second and third row. And then rear auxiliary controls for those back there if you want to give them control to adjust the climate. For your audio is AM, FM, MP3 player, 6-speaker audio. Also, Sirius XM with a 360L is standard equipment. I think you get 3 months of that. And then after that, you have to sign up for a subscription. And then for your infotainment system, let's talk about the screen for a second. It is a 13.2-inch color LCD touchscreen in the center stack screen. We'll have Alexa built in. This is a Ford digital experience here. So Alexa built in, Google built in. We're talking Google Assistant, Google Maps, and Google Play Store. Yes, you can download games and such onto the screen like you do a cell phone. So when you're stopped, you can play games and such. So we're talking when it's in park, not when it's in drive. That just allows you, dropping the kids off for the soccer practice or football practice and such, that you can entertain yourself. 911 assist as well. That will call 911 if you're in an accident. So that's very nice. The Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is wireless with this, so similar to the Sync 4 system. And then we do have the Ford Power Up software update capabilities, which is nice because it's constantly updating the software so that you don't have to get a new vehicle or whatever, or do any kind of updates like that. It's going to do it for you. USB ports in the front row, we're going to have 1A and 1C in the media bin. That's down in here. We're going to have 2 USB-Cs in the center floor console as well. And then in second row, we'll get 2 USB-Cs probably behind the console. In the third row, we'll get 2 USB-Cs as well. It doesn't say where they're located. I hope one on each side for the third row. Overhead console with the sunglass bin. Do we have a 360? We do. All right. So here we go. So we do have a sunglass bin on this overhead console up here. We do have on the mirror. You can't actually, there is no mirror. So they removed the mirror in the image, but it is a day-night mirror. So you will have a manually adjust it for that lever underneath. And then the mirrors or the visors here, they will have illuminated vanity mirrors for the driver and front passenger. Flip that down, they're going to be like a little mirror, and then you flip it up, that up, and you'll have a light in there as well. And then down in here, we'll have a rotary dial shifter knob, like we've seen in the past, as well. And then parking brake, your train management system and drive mode switches are right there as well. Cup holders and such right there. So didn't change that too much. Media bin. I do like the tray that they've now created for you, so you can put your cell phones in there. Big enough, probably for two. I know on the left side there's big enough for one over there, because as you go up in level and equipment, you can get wireless charging pad and such, which it's not standard equipment. Probably shouldn't even said it, but you're going to have that possibility. PowerPoints, those are the round connections. There's 3 of those in the vehicle. Front row, there's 1 in the media hub. That's this area right down here. And also 1 in the center console. And then second row has 1 in the rear section of the console. And then it says there's 3, but it lists 4. There's also says there's 1 in the rear cargo area. So don't know if there's going to be all 4 of those or if it's a misprint that it's supposed to be 4. That's kind of what the order guide says. Also, Ford Pass Connect with 5G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot connects up to 10 different devices. Also allows you to remotely start your vehicle. You can also schedule remote start times. You can locate your parked vehicle. You can unlock and lock your vehicle and check the status of your vehicle as well using that Ford Pass app. So free app you download, connect your vehicle in, and you can do all those things. Now, something I have not mentioned, something that is standard equipment now on a package that is standard equipment on the Active and on every Explorer, and that is the Ford Copilot Assist Plus package. So this package is going to include your adaptive cruise control. So that's going to adjust your cruise. If you come up behind somebody, they're going slower than you, it'll slow you down to go their speed. So even if they come to a complete stop, that's what the stop and go means. Lane centering means it'll keep you in the center of your lane when you have that cruise control activated in the adaptive cruise. You can choose traditional cruise or adaptive cruise. When you have adaptive cruise, you'll have lane centering. Also, you have auto high beam as well. That'll, just like your automatic headlights, turn those high beams on. If it's dark enough outside, somebody approaches you in the city lights, it's going to shut them off. Bliss, that's your blind spot information system with cross-check alert. So it monitors your blind spot, lets you know if there's someone in your blind spot, so it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Cross-check alert means if you're backing up, someone crosses your path behind you in a supermarket, something like that, it's going to alert you and let you know it's not safe to back up. Also, it says exit warning in trailer coverage. So it will cover the blind spot of your trailer if you have a trailer hooked up as well. And then exit warning, I think the exit warning is if you're pulling onto the road, it's letting you know if somebody's coming. So I think that's something new I haven't seen on there before. Evasive steering assist. So if you're not able to stop in time, you need to avoid that by turning. It's going to assist in that turning. Intersection assist 2.0. This is an upgraded version. So basically, if you're coming across that intersection, someone's coming and you don't see them, it'll brake the vehicle so you don't hit them in that intersection. Lane keeping system. This is can be activated with or without your cruise control. Of course, lane centering will always take over, but lane keeping system will help alert you, assist you. Also, the driver alerts. If you're taking your hands off the steering wheel, will alert you of that. But the lane assist and an alert. So if you're leaving your lane and you have the alert on, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. If you have it on the assist, it'll help try to assist you. So you get over to that line, it'll try to bring you back in. So again, this is not foolproof. So this is just to help you, assist you in keeping and being safe. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, does pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, and dynamic brake support. So the way that works is it'll see pedestrians. If you're going along, you're going to hit somebody or hit the person in front of you. If you're going your current speed and you're not braking, it's going to use the collision warning to let you know you need to stop. The screen's going to go red. It's going to beep at you. You're not going to, you know that it's happening. And then dynamic brake support means it'll initiate that brake if you don't. And that's part of that adaptive cruise control to be able to do that. Rear cross traffic braking. So as you're backing up, it'll warn you if someone's going to come behind you. If you don't brake, it will brake for you. So again, it's making sure you don't have these accidents. We do have reverse parking assist. So as you're backing up, it helps you, has a grid lines to help park the vehicle. You also have the rear view camera so you can see behind you too. And then post collision braking. So if you are in an accident, and you're in, then it's going to brake the vehicle. So that's all included. So that package is standard on every Explorer, which I think is fabulous. So all that for 39, what was that? 39.9? Is that our price? See what it is. So it's 41,220 with the destination. So it's 39,625 plus 1595 for destination. So for 41,220, you get all that equipment as standard equipment. Let's talk about color options. You have 5 color options for the active. You have a gate black, metallic. You do have, this is a star white tri-coat, 3 coats of paint. It's $795 extra if you go that route. We do have, is this iconic silver as well. Looks very classic. We do have vapor blue. This is a new color for this year. It's $495. I assume that's a tinted clear coat that's on it. That's why it's $495. And then we do have carbonized gray metallic as well. So those are 5 colors for the active trim. And then, of course, interior colors we mentioned was that dark, what do they call it? Ultra dark space gray is the color interior. You're getting cloth seats as well. All right, that's all standard equipment. But now let's talk about some upgrades, some different packages you can get if you want. Next. All right, so we do have the basically there's 2 packages here. One is an accessory, really, more than anything, but we do have this active comfort package. So this active comfort package is $3,080, and this is a nice little package here. Looks like we got everything already listed on the website for this package. It does give you the heated steering wheel, so it's upgrading for that. Also, it upgrades the front fascia on this one here. You can actually see how it changed the look of this. So it upgrades the front fascia. Gives you the LED fog lights with the skid plate element. The front silver painted right up there. We do have LED signature lighting as well that should light up the light bar above. We do have remote start as well. So you can, instead of using the app, you can use a remote start. It's much faster if you're in close enough proximity. Upgrades that passenger seat from a 4-way power to an 8-way power passenger seat. That includes your recline on this one. Right. And then, of course, forward, back, up, and down. And then probably will include the power lumbar as well. And then upgrade your seat to an Active X seating material. So that's another way of doing that. And then universal garage door opener. So this is the package that would be required if you want to get something other than that dark color there. See, it goes from cloth, removes cloth seat in cloth, and it goes to Active X. So we're going to actually select that and go to the interior. So now you have that option of that ultra dark space gray, or with this package, you get the light space gray as well. So a couple different options for you for that right there. Now, it does show in here when we went to this that it was second row captains back here. So that does not mention that on here. Okay, let's say, okay, it does say in here, if you equip this with a rear-wheel drive, it will get the bucket seats. So that is what's going to happen on this. So it's kind of weird how that works. But if you put this package on a rear-wheel drive, then you'll get captain's chairs in the back seat. So it doesn't mention that you'll be able to get the bench seat as an optional package or optional equipment. So there you go. So that is what you'll. So that's something good to know when you're going in there. If you're ordering this, that may not pop up for the dealers to know. But when you select this package, this comfort package, your rear wheel drive, you're going to go bucket seats. Now, let's go to the all wheel drive version. So let's select all wheel drive because again, that's available in all wheel drive, right? Automatically upgrades your wheel when you go all wheel drive with this package. So we'll get into that in just a second as well. But now let's go to that interior. Went back to bench seat. So if you want the comfort package and you want the bench seat, you're going to need to go 4-wheel drive. So that's a little fact right there, a little tip for you. If you're wanting that bench seat, go four-wheel drive. Most people were probably going to go four-wheel drive. Even the Edge was all four-wheel drive last year. I'm surprised that the Explorer's not now. We order about everything we have in four-wheel drive, but you will need to go four-wheel drive if you want the comfort package and you want the bench seat. So something to note. Now, if you do want the captains and like, well, I want four-wheel drive, but also want captains, that is available as well. You can do that. You can see that as an option right down here. So we could select that at that point, and then you'd have the bucket seats. So you have that option. So that's a flexibility with that. Just something to know about that. Now let's talk about the wheels for a second, because we did select the comfort package four-wheel drive. You do get this wheel. It's a 20-inch carbonized gray painted aluminum wheel. Now, if we go rear-wheel drive, so if we want this other wheel, there's another option of wheel, and that is the 20-inch luster nickel painted aluminum wheel. That is an option as well, but you need the bench seat for that. So really weird that a wheel would need a bench seat. But now you look at it, bench seat, you get the nickel wheel. If you want to go to the carbonized gray wheel, then you got to go with the bucket seats. So that's kind of how that works. So it's that is your last year. They did away with the XLT appearance package. This basically is it. So you're getting your bucket seats, you're getting the dark wheels with the comfort package. So that's the available for that. So those two wheels though are not available without going to the comfort package. They do require the comfort package to get that. So something else I wanted to point out. So all right, trying to follow all that and go over that with you. The other package that is available is the cargo area management system. So this package includes a cargo mat, a cargo net, and a cargo well rubber mat. So that's going to be included as part of that cargo management system as well. And that's dealer installed. So that stuff, if you order this package from the factory, it's not going to come. It's the factory. They'll ship it to you. The dealer will put it in when it gets there. Hopefully it gets there before your vehicle does. So there you go. Most times it will. All right. So that's all the packages I want to cover. Now let's talk about some standalone options, starting with the exterior features here. So we do have the twin panel. Well, let's just go down through here and go over which are which. So some of these features will be available from the factory and will be put on at the factory. Some of them are put on at the dealership. They're called dealer installed options, and these splash guards are one of those. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get my pen here and mark these off as we go through these. So splash guards are right here, $190 for that. And that is a dealer installed option that is available with or without the comfort package, or with or without four-wheel drive, I should say. And then we do have the roof rail crossbars. Getting tongue-tied here. Sorry, folks. That there is going to give you the crossbars if you want to put luggage and such up there. So that is also a dealer installed option, as it mentioned right there. So that is available with four-wheel drive or with two-wheel drive or with rear-wheel drive. We do have the twin panel moonroof, $16.95 for that. That is a factory installed option, and that does require four-wheel drive, and also requires the active comfort package. So you'll need that comfort package if you want the twin panel moonroof. So not really surprised on that. Wheel lock kit. That basically takes one of the lug nuts off of here and gives you a locking one. So that is also a dealer installed option and available on rear wheel drive or 4x4. We do have the engine block heater. So that is a factory installed option. You'd want to get that on there. That's going to help plug that in so you can keep that vehicle warmed up in the wintertime. And that is available with rear wheel drive or four wheel drive. And then the illuminated door entry keypad. You'll notice we did not mention keypad as standard equipment because they removed that for this year. You can get the illuminated door entry keypad, $350. That is a dealer installed option for this year. So the dealership would install that and they'd have to code it and everything, software update for that. So that is a dealer installed option as well for this year. That is a new dealer installed option for this year. And then does require the active comfort package. So something to note there. Does it mention that in there? Requires the active comfort package. Does not mention that on here, but it is in the order guide that will require that package. So something to keep in mind there. The matte clear hood graphic. So not showing an image of that. Available in active and platinum. So that is something we don't see. It does say a matte clear hood graphics. So I'm not sure if that's like a sealant that they put on the front, but it is available in either rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Don't have a lot of information on that. I'll try to get some information for maybe a video later. Now, moving to the interior options, roadside assistance kit. So they do have an image of that. So it's going to give you some stuff for if you're off the side of the road and need help. That is a dealer installed option as well, available on either rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. The first aid kit, it's going to get you the Band-Aids and gauze, that kind of stuff. And that is also available on either rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Now, something to note, some of these things are available through Ford Accessories, and you can get them that way. But because if you add too many of these dealer installed options, it can delay your vehicle from getting scheduled for build. So we'll talk more about that and how you can stay up to date on that kind of stuff by watching our live streams here a little bit later. We'll talk about that. Floor liners, you can get it with or without the carpeted mats. Two different options there, and that should be. Those are going to be sent with your vehicle from the factory. So those are a factory option there for you. So. And then we do have the cargo organizer, a soft-sided. Does it show an image of that? There you go. 3 sections in there. That is available through Ford Accessories if you want. It is also a dealer installed option. So they'll send it to the dealership, and the dealership will put it in there for you. We also have, I think there's a larger one too. Actually, there's 3 different ones, or 2 different ones here. Yeah, a larger one that has 4 compartments in it. You can see there. There you go. You have 2 different options there. So, all right. They're also mentioned a cooler bag. I don't know if that's in here. Yeah, right down here, there's a cooler bag as well. You can get too. That again, you can get that through Ford Accessories if you want, and that'll be a dealer installed option as well. And then we do have the all-weather floor liners. So we have that. So a couple different options. This in here says 3rd row and 2nd row bench seats. And then there's one for captains back there. So this would be for the 3rd row. So depending on what you have for a section for the 2nd row bench, you select that particular one right there. And those are dealer installed options. So they'll be shipped to the dealership ahead of time. So it's a little bit different than your floor liners. The floor liners are 1st and 2nd row. If you're wanting the 3rd row coverage as well, you'll need to order this. And then you'll figure out if you have a bench seat or a bucket, you'll make sure you select the right one. There is a smoker's package. It's going to give you a lighter and the little cup holder ashtray there. So believe it or not, that is still a thing. So smoker's package, and I believe that is a dealer installed option. Basically come ahead of time and the dealership will put it in your vehicle for you. You do have a safety deposit console vault. There you go. Kind of see what that looks like. We'll go in the console, $400. That is also a dealer installed option. So come to the dealership ahead of time and is available on either rear-wheel drive or your 4-wheel drive as well. So I think we covered everything. Just jot down in my notes to make sure I got them all. Front license plate bracket. If you live in a state that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment. States that don't, like Kansas, it's a standalone option, but it's a zero charge option. You want to make sure you select it because in that way they're required to put it on your vehicle at the before delivering it at no cost to you. And then we mentioned the 2nd row bucket seats as well, depending on the option that you go with. That's available too for you right there. So. That does require the 4-wheel drive to get the bucket seats. There you go. Requires the active package and requires, there you go. So it replaces your bench seat. So that is available. So it does require 4-wheel drive to get the bucket seats. So standard bench seat on rear-wheel drive. If you go with the comfort package, the rear-wheel drive kicks to the buckets. 4-wheel drives, you have an option of either or. There you go. But it'll probably cost you extra if you go with the captains. And then that active package. So that covers everything that's available. And then the 2-wheel options that are available depending on what you're looking for there. So I think we've covered everything in this video. All the standard equipment, different packages, everything else in this video. Hopefully this does help you out when you're going into your dealer to get that, especially in the confusion there with the 2nd row seats. What you're wanting, you're going to need to know that to get the bucket seats and you want the comfort package, or if you want that bench seat with the comfort package, you know what you need to do to be able to do that. So that way, you know, you need to go 4-wheel drive. So you can't get rear-wheel drive with the buckets or with the bench seat with the Active X. So just so you know that. So hopefully this helped you out a little bit so you know how to order. Go to your local dealership. Order banks are open up right now. And make sure, yeah, a couple tips when you're ordering a vehicle. Make sure you ask them if they know a little bit about what the price is going to be when the vehicle comes in. Always good to know that, because you won't want any surprises when that vehicle comes in and you find out the dealership's marking the vehicle up, or they require this or they require that. Find out what their dealer fee is, what that's going to be done. Have them put it on that buyer's order so that can get locked in for you, because Ford will price protect the vehicle. And basically that means that the vehicle is going to be priced what it was when you ordered the vehicle. Even if there's a markup and a price increase later down the road, Ford will reimburse the dealership back that difference. So you want to make sure your dealership locks in that as well. Find out what their dealer fees in, find out if they're going to add anything else to the vehicle and that kind of stuff. And are they going to price off MSRP, or what are they going to price? We are taking orders at invoice pricing. So if you want to order with us, you can do that. We also do $1,000 of the shipping cost if you finance a vehicle with us. If you mentioned you saw this on YouTube, we'll do that as well. So that's at standard rates on that. And so you can take advantage of that as well. I think I've covered everything. Hope you guys did like this. Use the timestamps to move around the video. And thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out our live stream every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. We actually go over scheduling information. So scheduling means that once you submit that order, the next thing you need to do is you need to get that order scheduled for a production date. And we cover that each week and keep you updated on anything that's constrained, what's the capacity on the different options and such you're looking to get an order. Because sometimes it may be very to your advantage to take something off of your order to get it scheduled. Otherwise, you may have to wait, and you might wonder why it's taking so long. We cover all that in our live stream every Tuesday night, and you can ask your questions live. I think we're the only dealership in the country doing that. So come on over, check that out. Make sure you subscribe, have that bell notification turned on so you don't miss any videos or our live stream. And don't forget to smash that like button. Until next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.